whether every doctor has this or not, but certainly it should be available to doctors that treat asthma. The American Academy of Allergy, Asthma and Immunology, along with the American Academy of Pediatrics, rewrote the guidelines about a year or two after that. This was in '99, came up with the Pediatric Asthma Promoting Best Practice, which is essentially the guidelines rewritten with a focus for children. Delving into why people get asthma, I think the first thought I thought I'd give you is IgE. IgE is immunoglobulin E. It's an immunoglobulin, or chemicals that our immune system makes. We all make immunoglobulin E, and its role in the body is probably to help defend against worm and parasite invasion. So it actually has a job description in our body. And it turns out that the people who can generate large amounts of IgE are the ones that seem to have asthma. In surveying, well, what'll predict you having asthma, it'll be those that make IgE to the greatest degree. Obviously, we call it IgE rather than immunoglobulin A because it's a lot shorter. It seems to be a genetic predisposition, but there's other influences to it. Now, this is a real technical medical slide, but I thought it would be worth showing it to you so that you'd see where the forefront of research is. I told you that IgE is made by the immune system. Well, the immune system has a board of directors, and the board of directors are white blood cells called lymphocytes. And lymphocytes you can divide up into different types. One way of dividing them is through Th1 cells and Th2. One of the questions that's more of a public health issue than a personal issue is why are we seeing such a rise in asthma? And here we're seeing that with the success through public health, maybe limiting a lot of bad infections, has allowed the lymphocytes, or the board of directors, has said, well, we don't have to fight all these infections, let's do something else. And they switch over and they start promoting allergic disease. Allergic disease meaning they're going to make IgE. The latest theory says, well, maybe it's good to be real sick when you're a little kid, because you'll switch back your lymphocytes, you'll switch back your board of directors. One study that showed this were children that were raised on a farm seemed to have less asthma than children raised in a suburban area. And in the farm they have a lot more allergen exposure and a lot more different infections, so to speak. It's not as a clean of an environment as the home. This graph will show the natural history of asthma, and it's showing the incidence, and this is obviously a Mayo Clinic study, and it goes back 20 years, but you could see how the incidence when you're under the age of 1 is pretty high. It goes down, still significant until you hit about 10 years of age, for 15 years of age. Then there's not that many new cases. And that seems to hold true. You can see that males outnumber females, and that seems to have to do with the size of the lungs.